Obviously, as the star of the show, you have a pretty big safety net with shootings and such. But what was your reaction with the cliffhanger last season?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I loved it.
Mhm.
I really loved it. I was like, yes, because I think uh, storytelling should move people, and I like being a part of storytelling that has a lasting impact and can transform a person after viewing it. So I thought that by reaching for higher stakes, by reaching for deeper truths, I thought that we were challenging the show to become an even bigger and better version of itself. So to me, I thought it was a great way to go. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna tell a story, don't hold back, don't suffocate this story. Go for it.
With Montgomery's death and Beckett's own shooting, obviously a lot of baggage going into this season. What do you think her mental state is now with that and with her quest to find out who killed her mother?
Well, she had a lot of time off because she was healing, and I think the time off gave her a moment of reflection, and she's going to have a tough time, I think, opening up to this new captain. This new captain has a different flavor about her. And I think, Beckett has always been kind of the A student. And so the new captain comes in, and the A student's kind of like, no, you don't understand. I'm the A student. I get to break the rules. That's how it works here. And the new captain is like, I don't care what you are. There's no rule breaking in my school, right?
Yeah.
So there's going to be a level of conflict there, I think. And Beckett is mourning the loss of her captain and friend and mentor. So I don't think she's going to open up to the new captain right away. And the new captain's a toughie, man. It's hard. It's hard to open up to her. I think, as the show progresses, you'll discover that the new captain has more to offer than she immediately seems to. And then I think also, as far as like the relationship is concerned between Beckett and Castle, Beckett's always known that she's been in love with him. I mean, since the end of season 2, she actually tried to reach out to Castle and start something. But I think she also is going to become extremely aware of the fact that until she is able to lay this burden, this baggage to rest, she's not going to be able to fairly engage in any relationship. And I think Beckett is, as you said, the one and done type, And so if she goes into a relationship with Castle, she's going to want to make it count. She's going to want to give it her best effort. And she's going to want to make sure that any baggage she has is cleaned out first, So that's her big secret, I think, this year, is that before she dives in with him, she has to close that chapter and make sure that she's whole and available to a real relationship, because that's something that's been holding her back from really diving in with anyone, I think it's interesting, too. She's a bit, in my mind, she's a bit of a superhero.
Well, she's got the shirt.
Yeah, I totally, I was saying that. I've said this before, but as I was saying, I was like, oh, jeez. But I think that that's a burden that weighs on a person, and I think that for a young woman growing up in Manhattan who had the whole world in front of her, like she was in university and things were supposed to be really great, she had an incredible future ahead of her. I think that losing your parent like that would really tear up your sense of justice and what is right in the world. And I think that would be a strong motivation for making the world right again, So I think that's probably one of the things that drives her. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
My mind.
Before I let you go,
as a person who plays it.
Yeah, you would know. I feel like there's a Halloween episode happening right now. They're playing the Ghostbusters theme, and you have a Wonder Woman shirt on.
Right. Yeah.
What can you tell us about this?
Yeah, there's a haunted house that might or might not be having demon issues. So there have been a series of murders in this horrible haunted house, and Castle and Beckett go on a journey in this space to solve a big bad murder.
Mm-hmm.